Fighting men of Hetland, consider this question. What is the Syrvanian invader's true weapon? It is not his rifle, as ours are finer. It is not his tanks, ours are stronger. It is not his aeroplanes, for ours fly faster and strike harder. No, my brothers in arms, his weapon is not one of steel nor flesh. His weapon is fear. His war is one of wills and cunning. As we speak, he marches on your position. He wants you to believe that he has destroyed all he has encountered up to this point. Surely, if he is already here in strength, he has won victory after victory. Surely, he wants you to think he is unstoppable. And thus, Hetland's greatest weapon, your greatest weapon, is the truth. He has not sought victory, but avoided defeat. His ways are cunning, but insubstantial. For in his mad dash east, bypassing our soldiers and steel, his lines of supply grow thin. He is, in fact, surrounded on all sides by superior arms, or by superior men. You are not his next conquest. You are the shore against which the invader's waves will break. You are the anvil against which he will be struck and smitten. His supremacy and cunning is all a great lie. And your duty, fighting men of Hetland, is to show him the truth. Our war in defense of Hetland's peace and prosperity is drawing to a close. Our victory has practically come already, and yet the Syrvanian butchers continue to struggle as the light of their torches flicker and their blades grow dull and brittle. As their war machines lie burning on all roads from the west, their soldiers continue to claw and spit at our walls, hurling stones and their own manure in place of the bullets they've been denied. Perhaps before we fought men. Now we are putting down animals. But make no mistake, wild animals are dangerous. Even as their campaign of murder sputters and dies, the invader deserves no quarter, no mercy, no compromise. Show him the price of his ambition, that none may ever hope to threaten our nation again. To all Syrvanian soldiers who might hear, what do you hope to accomplish here? Do you fight for duty? Duty to a madman who has stolen what, in turn, was taken from its rightful king. Sylvania talks of resisting the old blood, of casting kings from their thrones, as if they didn't inherit them through generations of commitment, as if some lowly elected official born to a drunkard and a prostitute is qualified because he is as filthy as his countrymen. But even if the rule of noble blood is so terrible, why does your beloved party see fit to continue a war your nation lost more than a century ago? Has your party not demanded you give your life to complete a late king's errand? Are your countrymen not being sent to die for one man's power? Or do you truly believe that a tyrant who seized control of your nation in the chaos of war means to rule in your benefit? If you continue to fight, knowing that to be true, perhaps your death here is for the best. Our victory is assured, as our enemies find themselves cut off and surrounded, starved of weapons and supplies, hoping only to continue their advance as their campaign collapses behind them. However, the duty to defend our nation remains, and is one we must all share. No matter our certainty in our triumph, we must all commit to seeing it carried out. Our soldiers must continue to hold the ground and reclaim what the enemy has taken. Weapons and munitions are needed at the front. Production of food, textiles, and tools must not delay if we are to see a prompt end to this invasion. Those who stand by idly or refuse to heed the Crown's orders are in league with the foe, and will be shown just as much sympathy as they have shown us. Look to the graves of our people over the last year alone, fighting men and innocent citizens alike. That is the fruit of our enemy's labor, and he takes no time to rest from his work.
You have been told to think only of your king and his glory. Syrvania urges you to instead think of your future, your family, your country. Even now, as his soldiers are trodden by Syrvania's might, his people huddled behind broken walls, dying of starvation and illness, he and his family dine off plates of gold from the safety of an underground palace, and his servants call to you to lay down your life for him. Pledge fealty no longer. Give not your loyalty to noble blood, but to those who realize that the state cannot function without the well-being of its people. To those who will reward your loyalty with prosperity for all. The people of Hetland are brave and strong. Ask any Syrvanian soldier about the blood we have paid to take an inch of Hettic soil. But victory comes to Syrvania every time. For the soldiers of Hetland have one grave weakness. They fight for a cruel and uncaring king. Syrvania urges you, cast off the yoke of the monarch and lend your strength to the victors. Lay down your arms, that you may take them up again alongside us in future glory. The king, he who believes his name gives him the right to rule you. He who believes he embodies the very spirit of your nation spreads his lies like wildfire. He promised you peace, and then invited in the Chergarian brutes who drank your wine and raped your women before marching onto our soil, dragging along your fathers, brothers, and sons like so many dogs in their mad crusade, and then abandoned you to your fate. He promised you protection, and then demands you keep plowing your fields and toiling for his wealth, even as bullets fly and bombs fall, and his personal empire crumbles around him. He accuses Syrvanian soldiers of the most heinous crimes, calls us monsters and murderers, yet it is he who orders the death of his own countrymen, abandoning the wounded and displaced so he may spend time with his family. What of your family? What of your countrymen? What of your home? Do not believe the lies of the high-born tyrant. Syrvania knows war. We know what it is like for foreign boots to tread our soil, to see our homes turned into targets, and our families turned into casualties. It is too recent a memory for us. But Syrvania knows no king, and we will not refuse aid to those in need, no matter their blood. Whether you are a wife, a shopkeeper, a farmer, or even a soldier, Syrvania is willing to embrace you with open arms. We are well supplied and stocked with medicine and food. Shelters are available for the displaced and for those soldiers who have decided to surrender willingly. Please submit yourself to the nearest Syrvanian patrol or checkpoint. Our soldiers are ordered to accept all who approach peacefully.